When people talk about civilization, they talk about progress, order, law, advancement. But civilizations were not built by ideals. They were built by understanding human weakness. And the societies that lasted longest were not the most moral, but the most psychologically precise. Force creates obedience, but obedience without belief collapses the moment pressure is removed. Early rulers learned this quickly. Armies could conquer land, but they could not hold minds. Civilization required something deeper than strength. It required psychology. Fear is powerful, but it decays. A population ruled only by fear eventually rebels or escapes. So ancient builders added something else: meaning. When people believe suffering has purpose, they endure far more than fear alone could ever enforce. The first civilizations were built twice, once in stone, once in story. Myths explained hierarchy, gods justified power, rituals normalized sacrifice. When belief aligns with structure, control becomes invisible. People stop questioning walls when they believe they are sacred. Chaos exhausts humans. Order comforts them. Civilizations offered predictable routines, calendars, ceremonies, laws, not just to organize life, but to reduce anxiety. An anxious population questions authority. A calm one obeys. Kings die. Symbols persist. Crowns, eagles, pyramids, banners. Symbols bypass logic and speak directly to emotion. They create identity without explanation. That's why collapsing empires cling to symbols long after power fades. Every civilization demanded sacrifice, time, labor, blood. But sacrifice was framed as honor. When people believe sacrifice makes them noble, they enforce it on themselves. The most efficient systems require no guards. Religion wasn't just spiritual, it was structural. It answered unanswerable questions and discouraged dangerous ones. Who are we? Why are we here? Who decides? Civilizations that controlled meaning controlled behavior. Unity requires division. Civilizations defined enemies, outsiders, barbarians, heretics. Fear of the other strengthened internal loyalty. Belonging became protection. Exile became punishment. Early societies understood obligation. If you owe something, you behave. Taxes, tithes, service. Debt tied individuals to the system. Freedom was redefined as participation. History is not remembered, it's curated. Victories were recorded. Failures softened or erased. Monuments told one story. Time buried the rest. The past became a tool, not a record. The most successful rulers were not the strongest. They were the most observant. They understood. People seek certainty. People avoid isolation. People trade freedom for security. Civilization is the negotiation of those instincts. Participation creates ownership. Voting, ceremonies, public rituals. When people feel involved, they defend the system, even when it harms them. Choice doesn't need to be real. It only needs to feel present. Calendars standardized life. Festivals regulated emotion. Work cycles normalized labor. Time itself became structured. Once time is controlled, behavior follows. Thinkers disrupt narratives. They see patterns. They ask forbidden questions. That's why philosophers were exiled, scholars censored, libraries burned. Control of thought is control of the future. Civilization offered protection. In exchange, it demanded obedience. This trade was rarely explicit. That's what made it effective. Empires fell. Psychology remained. Modern systems refined ancient methods. Different names, same instincts. Fear, belonging, meaning, control. Civilizations didn't survive because people were forced. They survived because people agreed. Not consciously, psychologically. The past isn't gone. It's embedded in rituals and institutions, in assumptions we never question. The dark psychology that built civilizations still shapes the present, quietly. Civilization is not the absence of control. It is the refinement of it. And the most powerful systems are the ones that feel natural.